So how many places have you performed, out of curiosity now?
Mostly in Asia, but America, Australia, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia, Germany.
Okay.
Whereabouts in America did you go?
San Jose, California, Atlanta, Georgia.
It's like anime conventions or
Yeah,
just
anime
okay.
conventions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And New York, which is my home city. So
How was it like performing in your home city?
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. Going back there felt like, going home. So
I felt that like 2 years ago when I went back because I'm from Sydney in Australia. So like we have a convention in Australia called Smash. Yeah, like big anime convention.
Yeah.
So like getting invited there as a guest just felt so much better than like any other con experience I've ever been to, because it was like going back home and being like, look how much this city has grown. It's so amazing. Because I went to Smash in 2013 when there was like 2,000 people, 3,000 people, something like that. And the year I went, there was, I think, maybe 50, 60,000 people that went to the con. So just seeing how much it grew
that's insane.
was like, you know what? I love my city. This city's pretty freaking dope.
The one time you feel patriotic.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. The one time where you're like, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Meanwhile, I just see an open field and I'm like, wow, that's
That's
awesome.
that's a lot of sheep right there.
Yeah, you probably feel amazing though if you were like invited to a con in Wales, though, right?
Mate, there's like no con.
Yeah,
There's
I-
one at all. There's one.
I would like to get invited to a con in Brighton, but like the UK con scene is just non-existent.
Really?
Like it's yeah.
Yeah, as you would know.
Because we have, I think, one big convention which is not even a convention. It's like MCM, and that's more like an expo, and that's like a comic, gaming, films, and also anime expo.
Oh, right. Okay.
Were you a convention goer before you started making
Actually, I've
music?
never been to a convention
Really?
just by myself. So that was a big culture experience for me.
That's crazy, right?
Well, I feel like it would be scary to go to a convention by yourself. I don't know about your guys' first convention, but
I mean, I didn't go until I started YouTube. So
Really?
yeah. Because besides Smash in 2013, but I was already doing YouTube back then.
Right.
But like even then, like I had to be like, yo, anybody in my area that knows anything about anime, I don't care if you've only watched like one episode of Dragon Ball Z, can you just come with me, please? Because like I don't want to go by myself. Because it's fun. Like even at a con with like a couple thousand people,
Yeah.
it's just daunting going on your own, because it's like you get there and it's like, okay, there's a bunch of people who probably like the same stuff as I do.
Yeah.
But there's a part of me that feels really weird just going up being like, so you like anime, huh? like you can't really do that.
I totally understand what you mean, because I don't know how to properly break the ice.
Yeah, right?
It doesn't help in the UK that no one talks to each other.
Yeah.
When someone talks to you, you're like, whoa, what the fuck? Whoa.
I feel it'd be so much easier in America because there's already like this stranger friendliness going on, right? Like
Yeah.
you can just talk to someone on the street and they'll probably reply back to you.
Probably if you go to an anime convention in America, people would approach you sometimes.
Yeah,
I feel,
right?
if you're just wearing a cool cosplay or
Did not
wearing.
work like that in Australia.
No,
Like,
not in
everyone
England
just
at all.
did
I've
their
never
thing.
done cosplay before.
Have you never?
No, have you?
I
you?
haven't.
Well,
no.
I've done quite a lot.
Really?
He kind of does that for a living in a sense, yeah. I've done it like once or twice.
I'm not very good. when they say I do it for a living, that's very sarcastically.
Wow.
All right. So if you had to start cosplaying, who would be your first cosplay?
Actually, I have no idea. Any recommendations?
You should do a cosplay of like either a Batum character or like an arpeggio character. Like it would be cool if you did a.
Batum, none of the characters look cool. They're literally just in like safer goods.
Wasn't there one female character in Batum?
Yeah.
That's all I remember.
It was the blonde hair.
It was the blonde hair girl, right?
Yeah, in a school uniform.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like arpeggio would be a lot more like cosplay friendly because
Hatsune
it's
Miku.
actually like interesting and like looks cool. And like that, it would be dope if, say hypothetically, you sang the arpeggio opening in
a cosplay?
of
Yeah.
an arpeggio character.
Oh my gosh, that's really
Like that would be
cheesy.
meta. That would be meta
That's
as
very
fuck.
cheesy.
That's
Yeah.
very cheesy.
It's cheesy, but you know, con goers would fucking fall over that.
Well, like, outside of just like anime that you've sung in, like what are some of your favorite anime characters that you would like to cosplay? I guess.
Oh, I don't know, but
Like looks aside, just anyone that you like.
I don't know.
Like putting you on the spot here, I
Do you
just
watch
realized.
much anime now still?
Lately, I haven't been able to watch much, but I've always, like, in the past, one of my favorite series have been, like, Full Metal Alchemist and...
My favorite.
God is notorious for
Really?
not having watched. He's notorious for not having watched it. You know, as he should, because it's an amazing anime.
It's all right.
Yeah.
We're not going to get into that.
we're not gonna
now.
get into that. Yeah.
But I usually get into anime through the music. I've always been a music lover.
yeah.
So, you know, any anime with really good music hooks me on, and then I start watching it. But I usually watch sort of like adventure series where the main character is like a guy or a boy, or not very like Moi Moi series.
Right.
I feel as well like it makes sense with Full Metal Alchemist because the openings in that are bangers.
Yes.
I
So
mean,
many good openings in
I
anime.
haven't seen Brotherhood yet, but like the first Brotherhood opening is fucking legendary.
Oh yeah, and also you know the Asian Kung Fu Generation opening as
Yeah.
well. Like it's so much good music in that.
When I listen to anime opening songs, I can't figure out why I like them. I just like the noise. But I'm curious if you have like a you must have an ear for it, right? Like, what makes like a good anime opening in your opinion? I'm curious.
If it's sung by me.
Exactly.
You know, yours aside, right?
You can say that as well.
I'll keep that as a memo. But no, you know, I used to listen to anime openings before I made a debut. So
Right.
what sort of hooked me on was, you know, number one, it's really catchy. Number two, you know, it captures the mood of the anime very well.
Right.
And you know, I don't know, but what makes a good anime opening?
I don't know because I have no clue. I thought maybe you could answer that question.
I feel though you kind of answered that. Like
Yeah, true.
it is all about like if you just personally like it, it sticks in your head, and if it fits the theme, right?
Usually, though, you know, if it's sort of, what do you call it, like koseiteki, sort of, you know, individual, then unique, yeah. Then it sort of stands out, and when something stands out, then like it catches your attention.
Right.
Yeah, because I remember when I was in school and I watched a load of anime, and people would ask me the question of, what are the music you listen to? Who are your favorite artists? And I go through like my iPod or something, and it's just all fucking anime openings.
Pass me the aux.
And I'm just like, there's this really like underground Japanese band called like Asian Kung Fu Generation. You probably haven't heard of them.
Look, that was the thing though, right? It's like there was some kind of like level of like superiority in a sense, being like, yes, I listen to underground Japanese music that you probably never heard
Yeah,
of.
but now I feel like everyone listens to anime openings or anime music because everyone figures out that it slaps hard. So
Now the superiority is listening to a band that's done an anime opening, but listening to all the songs that aren't in the anime.
exactly.
That are like every other song on the album. It's like, you only know the opening. I know the rest of the album.
No, it's like I've recently gotten into like a lot of different artists who, like in like J-pop and J-rock, who have not been in anime openings or have not done anime music, but sound like they should have done anime music. And I feel like a lot of those people and bands really came up from the Vocaloid community. And I don't know, like that's why there's so much I don't know about the Vocaloid community, but everyone seems to have come out of that community and have this kind of genre of music that just kind of appeals to weeb. I can't like quantify in words, but it's the kind of music that I just love, and I don't know what that genre is. Maybe you Taites.
Yeah, I guess it's like, I know what you mean though. It's like it even if the genres are completely different, there's just kind of like a stylistic or like something about it where it's like, that sounds like it belongs in an anime.
Yeah.
Like you can very quickly tell, like with you know Japanese music, if something is like made for anime and something's not made for anime. There's just some quality about it that I can't grasp, where it's like, that you can tell the difference in that.
Well,
right?
one thing I did realize after making a debut as an sort of anime singer was that anime songs and well, I don't know how do you say, but regular J-pop or J-rock, there is a distinct difference.
Right.
And, you know, a lot of people tend to like faster paced, really like energetic songs in animes because you're limited to 1 minute and 30 seconds of the opening and it has to catch your attention. So Usually the ballads are saved for endings and the really fast pace, which is why I started singing like BPM 200.
Right.
I'm just like dying in the studio because I've never sung BPM 200, and after that, all my songs became like really high paced.
I think I tried playing some of your songs on Osu, and my mouse couldn't keep up with it. So I mean, what does that say?
Just
about
like
how fast
instant
you're-
couple
I'm like,
times.
Jesus Christ, it's going so fast.